Welcome to the dinner party, hosted by me, Mr. DNA. Friends, please introduce yourselves to each other.
Hello, I'm Mr. Mutation, Mr. DNA's tax attorney.
Hey, I'm Miss Helix. I'm Mr. DNA's neighbor.
Yo, mi name is Mr. Genetics, his assistant.
Hey you guys, my name is Miss Replication, and this is my son.
Amino. Hello, Imogenome.
Now, we shall wait for our dinner to be served on our finest paper plates.
Wait, your finest paper plates, really?
Seriously?
Come on guys, let's wait for our delicious meal. And we should be thanking Mr. DNA for inviting us to his annual dinner.
You're right.
Yes.
That's true.
Oh look, the dinner looks like it's ready.
Terrific. Fantastique. Un starving.
What just happened?
Oh my gosh. Where is Mr. DNA?
Look. Orviteur.
Call 911.
Professor, how will we know exactly how he was killed?
Simple. We do a bit of DNA fingerprinting at the crime scene. If you notice the screen, there should be fingerprints all around the scene. If we perform an autopsy on Mr. DNA, we should figure out how he died. We take a small amount of DNA from a possible suspect, and then the blood from the crime scene. When an electric current is applied to the gel we have mixed with the DNA samples, the DNA fragments migrate through the gel through a positively charged pole. You see, the samples on the screen are different from one another. That means the suspect did not commit the crime.
Well, how do you know who killed him?
First, we need to get some specimens from you and the other people who attended Mr. DNA's dinner party.
Can you please explain to me some of the things you will be covering?
Of course. DNA fingerprinting is the process of producing an image of patterns from someone's DNA. A mutation is a change in the heredity material of an organism, and DNA replication is the process of a DNA molecule making a copy of itself.
What are the steps of DNA replication?
First, DNA replication begins with the partial unwinding of the double helix. The base pairs then separate. Next, a special DNA molecule moves along each original strand of DNA and reads the bases. After, a new strand is assembled along each original strand. The pieces are assembled from molecules in the cytoplasm. Next, when the process is complete, two daughter molecules will have been produced, each one identical to the other.
Oh, okay. So when will they be starting the autopsy?
Any minute now. Oh, it looks like the detectives we hired gathered the specimens from the people who attended the party. No exact matches yet, but it seems one of them discovered something at the scene.
You're kidding. What did they find?
Well, if you look at the screen, apparently they found a small gem stuck to Mr. DNA's fur. You happen to remember if anyone was wearing any jewels?
I don't remember. Let me think. I may know who did it.
The boys from the lab collected some specimens from Mr. Mutation. Take a look at the screen. Now, with the DNA they gathered, they found his fingerprints all over the scene.
So the murderer is Mr. Mutation. Fascinating. Can you explain to me a little more about DNA replication?
Simple. Watch this short clip.
a double strand of DNA unwinds and the strands separate. For each unwound strand, the bases can now match with those that are floating free in the cell. The familiar base pairing rules apply. A pairs with T, G with C, and so on. So each strand of the double helix acts as a template for the formation of a new complementary strand. This eventually gives two DNA double helices, each identical to the original and actually containing one old strand and one new.